Josh Duggar's prison update just dropped, and it's not good news. His release date has officially been delayed for a second time, now set for December 23, 2032. The former reality TV star, who is serving 151 months behind bars for child pornography charges at FCI Seagoville in Dallas, Texas, had previously been scheduled for release on October 2, 2032. But now, the Bureau of Prisons has pushed that back to December 23, 2032, marking the second time his release has been postponed. He was originally expected to be freed by August 12, 2032. With his legal battles far from over, Josh is still holding on to hope that something might change. Since being sentenced in May 2022, Josh Duggar has fought relentlessly to appeal his conviction. Most recently, he filed a motion on May 12, 2025, asking an Arkansas federal court to appoint him a new legal team, claiming he can't afford one and that the complexity of his case demands professional help. In a letter directly addressed to Judge Timothy L. Brooks, Josh begged for legal support, writing that he wants to file a Section 2255 motion to potentially vacate or correct his sentence. He cited significant issues involving constitutional violations, trial errors, and problems with how forensic evidence was handled. He also referenced Brady violations and evolving legal strategies that he believes may be relevant to his case. Despite pouring his heart into the request and explaining his focus on education, family, faith, and personal growth behind bars, the court denied his motion. Josh has been representing himself, or pro se, and claims he's unable to navigate the legal system without guidance. He hoped for help before a tight deadline of June 24, 2025, but the rejection left him with no legal team and no new motion filed. Josh Duggar has maintained his innocence since day one. He first filed an appeal in October 2022, only to be denied by the 8th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals in August 2023. His defense had argued that federal agents seized his phone without letting him contact his attorney during a 2019 raid on his car lot. But the court ruled that Duggar voluntarily spoke with investigators and even altered the Miranda waiver to indicate he wasn't in custody, undermining his claims. The Supreme Court denied his final appeal in June 2024, further cementing his conviction. Josh's legal problems began in 2019 when Homeland Security investigators found child sex abuse images linked to his computer. He was arrested in April 2021 and pled not guilty to 2 federal charges. His trial began in November 2021 and lasted nearly 2 weeks before he was found guilty. He was sentenced to 151 months in prison in May 2022 and was transferred to FCI Seagoville a month later. Life behind bars hasn't been smooth for Josh either. In December 2024, he was last seen walking around the prison yard, the first time he'd been spotted in public since his incarceration. Fellow inmates have previously complained about inhumane conditions at FCI Seagoville, alleging the food served is expired, bug-infested, and in small portions. However, the prison denies all such complaints and claims their food meets federal standards. Josh's wife Anna continues to stand by him. She reportedly visits regularly and is raising their 7 children alone in Arkansas while Josh remains locked up. Despite being convicted of possessing and receiving child sex abuse images, Josh refuses to back down legally, even as the justice system continues to shut every door on him. His 2032 release date now sits nearly 8 years away, and unless he miraculously wins a post-conviction motion, that date likely won't move again. With every legal option nearly exhausted, it's looking more and more like Josh Duggar will serve out his full sentence, with the fight for freedom slowly slipping away. Entertainment correspondent at THE, Music Essentials. Jamie Wells has a knack for getting the inside scoop on Hollywood's biggest stars and up-and-coming talent. With a sharp eye for industry trends and an ear for viral moments, Jamie covers everything from red carpet events to behind-the-scenes drama in movies, TV, and celebrity culture. Josh Duggar's time behind bars has been extended again. According to The Sun, the disgraced former 19 Kids and Counting star's release date from prison has been pushed back by nearly 3 months, just weeks after the court denied his request for a court-appointed attorney to challenge his conviction for receiving child sex abuse materials (CSAM). Josh is currently incarcerated after being convicted for his crimes in December 2021 and, until recently, he was set to be released in early October 2032. According to The Sun, however, Josh's release date has now been pushed back to December 23, 2032. This is actually the second time Josh's release date has been postponed, as the father of 7 was initially set to be released from FCI Seagoville in Texas on August 12, 2032. A representative for FCI Seagoville reportedly did not respond to the outlet's request for comment regarding Josh's latest release date postponement. As the Ashley told you earlier this month, Josh filed a motion with the U.S. District Court for the Western District of Arkansas asking that he be appointed a lawyer to help him fight to challenge his conviction. However, his request was ultimately denied after U.S. Magistrate Judge Christy Comstock claimed that Josh's motion to appoint counsel both lacked sufficient detail and failed to justify the request under federal law. In his attempt to persuade the Arkansas federal court to provide him with a new legal team, Josh submitted a letter in May to Judge Timothy L. Brooks, the judge who handled Josh's first trial, explaining that he was seeking the court's assistance in appointing counsel to help evaluate my case and, if appropriate, prepare a motion to vacate, set aside, or correct my conviction and sentence. Josh also touted in his letter his alleged behind-bars activities, as well as the significant issues relating to his case that he believes merit a post-conviction review. During my time of incarceration, I have worked diligently to focus on education, personal growth, my faith, and to maintain strong family ties, he wrote. However, as I review my case, I believe there are significant issues relating to trial error, evidentiary rulings, and other constitutional violations that merit a thorough post-conviction review. I am unable to fully assess these matters on my own, which is why I seek assistance of qualified counsel to help evaluate whether relief is justified, he continued. Josh had also stated in his letter that he was no longer able to afford a private attorney due to his current financial circumstances, and therefore was in need of a public defender. As of now, Josh's release date is set for December 23, 2032. Related story: Amy Duggar King's new book, Holy Disruptor, will share her unfiltered testimony of breaking free of the Duggar family.